Hi guys, I just want to make a quick video to show you the touch delay problem uh, I've been having on the HP Spectre. And just to be clear, we are talking about the HP Spectre X360 15-inch from 2017. But I have to say, actually, HP did a really good job with this laptop. The whole package, the design, the performance, the gorgeous 4K display, and together with the Ntrig digitizer and Ntrig pen, that makes it a perfect drawing tablet. It's perfect for note taking. It's supposed to be perfect for note taking and sketching, but unfortunately, it does suffer from a very annoying touch delay issue. And by that I mean, so the touch screen right now it's working. Let me show you the let me demonstrate the problem. So whenever you use the pen, start using the pen, after using the pen, the touch screen will stop working for about 2 seconds. You'll see here. Right now it's working. I use the pen. Then afterwards, for 2 seconds, the display is the touch screen is unresponsive to the touch input. Again, pen not working for 2 seconds. See, that's the problem. And this is not normal behavior of an Ntrig digitizer. Just for comparison, I have the Microsoft Surface Book here on the left. So this is how it's supposed to behave. So the touch works, writing, and immediately after using the pen, the touch works again. So write, touch, pen, touch. Back to the Spectre, pen, no touch for 2 seconds. See here? For 2 seconds, the touch screen doesn't work. Well, you may not think this is a big deal, but let me show you some real world scenarios how frustrating or how annoying it can be. So let's say you're taking a note, you one note, and you're writing, and writing is approaching to the end of the page. You want to move it up. For 2 seconds, it doesn't work. Again, doesn't work for 2 seconds. And this is how it's supposed to work. So this is the Surface Book again. Writing, approaching to the bottom. Just move it up. Move it up. It should just work like that. But that's not the case on HP Spectre. Doesn't work. Okay. Also, let's say you want to select something and delete, or you want to manipulate certain lines, scale it or delete it. Okay, after a few taps, the menu finally pop up. You can say delete it, or let's say I want to resize it. Doesn't work for 2 seconds. Or for example, if I'm doing a sketch, so let's say I want to zoom in the eyes here for some shading. So after the pen, let's say I'm shading here, I want to zoom in for 2 seconds. It doesn't work. This actually slows down my flow dramatically. Yeah. I don't know what HP or Ntrig. Well, I know Microsoft bought Ntrig about 2 years ago. I don't know why they implement this kind of behavior. As you can see, it's certainly not the normal behavior of an Ntrig device, and I have been using Ntrig devices ever since 2011, and I went through dozens of devices using Ntrig. The starting with the HTC Flyer, it's an Android tablet, the Sony Wells, the Surface Pro 3, Surface Pro 4. All those Ntrig devices never exhibited this kind of behavior, and you can see here how annoying and frustrating it can be. So just imagine every time you use your pen, the touch screen will stop working for about 2 seconds. Okay. So I hope this video shows the clearly what the problem is. Oh right, sorry. Somebody from the forum actually suggested there is one setting that may have something to do with this problem. That's in the settings. In the you see here, yeah, this is in pen devices and pen and ink. There is one setting called ignore touch input when I'm using the pen. So this is actually the first thing I tried after I noticed this problem, and you can see here right now this option is disabled. So even when it's disabled, this problem persists. But actually that option does work on the Surface Book. So for example, you see here, I have the ignore touch input when I'm using the pen. This option enabled on the Surface Book. So once the display sends the pen, so you should see the little dots here. Once the display sends the pen, right now the pen is not touching the screen. The finger, the touch input, when I'm trying to drag the page up and down with my finger, is not working, because the moment the display senses the pen, it disables the touch input. But if I, sorry, that's not the one. If I disable it, so it doesn't, right now the screen doesn't ignore the touch input when I'm using the pen. You'll see here, even though the screen senses the pen, you see a little dot, I can still drag the page up and down with my finger. So the touch input and the pen input is working at the same time, which is not the case on the Sony Spectre. Oh, sorry, on the HP Spectre. See, even when I have this option disabled on the Spectre, so once the display senses the pen, the finger, the touch input stops working. So for whatever reason, this particular Ntrig device on the Spectre just ignores, doesn't respect this setting at all. Okay, so that's the touch delay problem. Just a quick video to demonstrate what the problem is and how annoying it can be. Also, just before we finish, I also saw some guys in the forums asking if the older generation Ntrig pens are compatible with this digitizer, with this Ntrig digitizer. So what we have here, we have the HTC Flyer pen from 2011. I think it's the Sony Vaio pen from 2013, 2014, I think. And this is the pen from the Surface pen from 2015. And we have here the HP pen that came with that was bundled with the laptop. So all these four pens, they use the Ntrig technology. I think the HTC one was the very first DualSense 2 pen that came from Ntrig. And some guys asked me asking if all those pens work with the digitizer. Well, the answer is not really. The Microsoft Surface pen and of course the HP pen that come with the laptop worked perfectly with the digitizer. But the older generation Ntrig pen actually have a problem. I have this there was some 4 lines of words written with each pen. So the first one was written with HTC pen, the second one was with the Sony pen, the third one the Surface pen, and the fourth one is the HP pen. You can see here, if you zoom in, you can see here on the older, if you use the older generation pen, the stroke will stop in the middle randomly. So you can see here, let's use the right color. So you see here and here, okay, yeah, now it works. See how annoying it can be, right? Yeah. So you can see here, if you're using the older generation pen on this HP Spectre 15-inch Spectre, it has some random issues. The lines will just stop in the middle. And it's not a problem if you use a Surface pen and the HP pen that doesn't happen. But this is also interesting behavior. It's also a abnormal behavior. This Spectre, only the Spectre is showing, because I wrote the same, actually the same, with the same 4 pens, I wrote the same 4 lines on the Surface Book. So you can see here, also the first line is the HTC, the second line is Sony, Surface, and HP. It doesn't show any random stop or line skipping on the Surface Book. So there's definitely some changes with the Ntrig digitizer that HP uses in the Spectre that causes the touch delay problem, and the incompatibility issue with the older generation pens. And I'm hoping HP can solve the problem as soon as possible, because I really like the Spectre. And actually, the Spectre Ntrig digitizer tracks my handwriting way better than the Surface Book. I don't know what Microsoft did to their own Ntrig technology on the Surface Pro 4 and Surface Book. The tracking is very horrible, especially when you're writing faster. I don't know if it's the refresh rate, the sampling rate is lower or something. It feels like the ink lines is dragging. You're dragging the lines. It doesn't really follows your handwriting. So you can see here, this is the same lines I wrote. On the left was written on the Surface Book, and on the right it's written on the Spectre. I'm sorry for my handwriting, but the handwriting on the inking on the Spectre follows my handwriting way more faithfully. Okay, so just sorry for the long video. This is just to quickly show you guys the touch delay problem and some incompatibility issues on the Spectre X360 15-inch. Well, good night.